Hey, good morning, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a really good day. I'm having a pretty good day. So we're gonna have a conversation for any of you new truck drivers, experienced truck drivers, making this video to give you some tips. I got 5 tips I want to share with you that have helped me stay successful as a truck driver. Some of these tips have nipped me in the bud. I've learned these lessons the hard way. However, I came back from these mistakes. So the first one, and I'm pretty sure you're going to hear this one at a truck driving school, or when you're out with your trainer training, learning how to be a truck driver. There's a thing called goal. G-O-A-L. Get out and look. Guys, I'll tell you from experience, get out and look. Get out of your seat of your truck. Get out of that driver's seat. And especially when you're backing in tight spots, get out and look like it's a bad habit. Like your job depends on it, like your life depends on it. That is something you should practice every day for the rest of your truck driving career. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, mud flaps. Look at that. I'm missing a mud flap. I'm bobtailing. According to DOT regs, I need one. However, I got one on the trailer. Whenever you're in a mud hole like I am now here, I'm at a sawmill in Ohio, you'll rip off your mud flaps when you're in a mud hole off-road somewhere and you're backing. It's usually when I lose my mud flaps. So my tip to you is, if you're gonna have to drop your suspension on your tractor and back into a tight spot or be backing in mud holes, watch your mud flaps. There is a trick that I used to do, I haven't done it lately. What you do is you grab a bungee and you wrap the bungee around like this on your mud flap before you go into that mud hole. That way you don't get them ripped off. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 that I've learned from experience, and thank God I've never hit anything yet. Do not give any turn, no matter how wide it looks like it's going to be, the benefit of the doubt. Make the turns, your left turns, your right turns, wide. As wide as possible. Okay? And while you're making that turn, always look at your mirrors. Watch your mirrors. I can't tell you how many times I've come close. I thought I was going to clear that turn, clear that pole, clear that tree. And thankfully I was watching my mirrors and I had to back up and make the turn a little wider. So there is several turns that I've made, I can tell you from experience, that it looked like I had plenty of room, everything was going to work out great, and for some reason it wasn't wide enough. So watch your turns, guys. So that's number 3. Number 4, I can tell you from experience, it's nipped me in the bud, is permits. Where I got in trouble with it, or I got caught up with it, was with DOT, is I jumped in a truck that I don't generally drive every day, and there was a permit book in there, and the registration wasn't up to date, so it kind of slowed down my DOT inspection. So sometimes when you're doing your pre-trip, getting ready to go for the day, you jump in a new truck, or you're swapping out trucks temporarily, before you take off, make sure your permits are up to date. Alright? And last but not least, I could tell you for I can tell you on my experience is weight. Watching your weight. Watch your weight like it's a bad habit. So I had a safety manager, where a company that I work with. He came into a safety meeting one time and he said, "Cat scale every load." And I thought to myself, I had already pulled a bunch of loads, probably over 100. It had been over a year since I've been driving over the road, and when he said that, I was like, wow, he really has to deal with a lot of overweight tickets, or he's been dealing with lately. That's what I thought in my head. So sometimes you'll pick up a load, and then a week later or 2 days later, you'll pick up the same exact load, guys. And for some reason, that load was 33,000 pounds on your trailer. You had 33,000 pounds on a trailer, and the next time you pull it, for some reason you got 36,000 pounds on your trailer. You're overweight. And it looks like the same exact load. So my advice to you is cat scale every load. Watch your weight. Alright guys, so that's 5 tips for trucking. Take care guys.